What y'all say the topic was?
I say because I asked them about what time period, a chronology debate, what time period is Abraham dated to? So I asked him that. So if he give me a certain answer, then we can try to work a debate around that, or we could try something else for chronology, like the Exodus or something. Or was the Exodus a historical event? Something like that. Like I say, man, I got a couple topics we can do this with.
As I said, so Jabari did just offer me an Exodus debate, so I probably want to do an Exodus debate with you. But we can do a chronology debate because you seen it keep on talking about this Bronze Age collapse and when Israel get into the land. So I mean, without going too deep into the Exodus, we can get a chronology debate for sure.
Wait, time out. Well, wait. All right, so if we're gonna do chronology based off of history, that's easy.
You don't think I'm going to be pulling up Egyptian history? You don't think I'm going to go into Egyptian cemeteries and Egyptian dates? You don't think I'm going to do that? You think I'm going to be sitting there arguing with you about
so a debate?
List,
that's why I said that type of debate is easy. Did Israel exist as a people, as a solidified people before the 13th century BCE? That's easy. That's an easy debate.
Bro, you already lost. You already just admitted they're there during the 13th century BCE.
Before.
Hold on. Give me 1 second real quick. I'm pulling this up.
Hey, I'm still laughing at Chaasad over here. Like, if I didn't call you a dummy, you would have lost. That shit
Bro,
is the
that's what he
funniest shit
don't
to
get.
me.
I don't understand why he's still trying to argue with me, bro.
He said, if I didn't call you a dummy, you would have lost. Hey, and he gonna ride that. He gonna take that as a win, and I
So
can't
like,
be
if he
mad
don't
at
get
that.
it, I don't.
Look, that's all he listen. Oh, listen, that's all he can do. That's all he can do.
Hey, and to respond to Sapphire, who said he had to give it to Chaasad, you can't, because you ain't going off a scorecard. Like, conduct matters. All of that stuff matters. That's why we use the Lincoln Douglas debate scorecard. It's more than just your argumentation. It's more than just being right. All of this stuff matters when it
That's
comes
the
to
point
debate.
right
And
there, though.
I
Hey, what?
appreciate both of you gentlemen for pulling up, showing up, never complaining, never whining. Y'all just show up like true soldiers, man.
Oh yeah, all the
Back to
time.
y'all.
Always in the fun of the competition, man. But that's the point, though, right? When we get to the nitty gritty, y'all know I like to say, man, let's let the information have the last word. And that's why I kept saying all in the debate. Yo, go research this. There is a right and a wrong here. And I promise y'all, Chaasad is wrong. I promise y'all that. Go do y'all research on that.
Yeah, see, that sound good until I research on what you said there.
But that's the thing. Like right now, man. Like, see, I don't like to do. See, this is the type of stuff I don't be wanting to be a part. Because now I actually, because I share my screen right now, and we can literally right now walk through it, and then y'all will see it. But because it's coming from me, y'all will say, "No, man, he using ChatGPT, he using Copilot, he using Google, he using this, that, and the third." But then we gotta let somebody like Sapphire pull it up and say, "Okay, well, when is the first attestation of this? How did we get here? All right, how did they even get this? How did we get the Bible?" And then when we walk it down, everybody gonna look back and say, "Well, dang, Humble was right." See, they don't want to do that once again because it exposes their religion. Once you get past this religion and you actually look at this from a place of archaeology, from a place of anthropology, from a place of culture, then you'll clearly see what happened. You'll clearly see, okay, well, out of this disastrous event, new groups started to pop up because there were power exchanges. New groups started to form together because there were power exchanges. It only makes sense. But then, no. They want to say that these people existed all the way back to the 2000 BCE, 1800 BCE. There is no attestation in history nowhere where these people are attested, are mentioned, or even got any work where they are attested this far back in history. We know when they pop up in history. These people just don't want to deal with when they pop up in history because it,
So when do Israel pop up in history?
huh?
So when does Israel pop up in history?
When does Israel pop up in history?
Yeah, nation
Israel,
of Israel.
they pop up in history around 1257.
And so
Um,
where's your proof?
you said, what is my proof? The small
Yes, where
villages, the small villages that starts to pop up after decline or after the Bronze Age collapse, right? The small
okay,
villages
so
start to
so
pop
so
up on
so
the
what archaeologists uh uh uh, uh attest to that?
William Denver. That's easy off the break.
William Dever and who else?
William Denver. Um, there's a couple of them right off the bat. Frank Cross. There's a couple of them right off the bat. Whereas though linguists, matter of fact, dang, I think the dude name is Polinsky. There's a dude by the name of Polinsky who actually did an excavation with with Smith. He actually did an excavation with the Smith dude.
All right, so since I'm on my phone, let me do a quick. You said William Denver.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna jump off real quick and check out these. You said William Denver and who else?
William G. Denver, um, um, Frank Moore Cross, um, who else? There's a couple of them, man. Just ask. Listen, if you really want to know, you ain't even gotta go that deep. Like, just ask certain questions. Okay, when is the first time? Matter of fact, I don't want to do it, man. Man, screw this. Man. Okay,
Hey, here, can y'all hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so I finally found. I'm on my phone still, but I finally found what I was trying to read to you. So look, man, you keep talking about this. I know you don't know nothing about chronology, and I know you don't know nothing about this late Bronze Age history argument. None of this. So when we actually get into this, bro, the late Bronze Age dates are messed up. Not only that, the periods before that, when you get into the third
Now I'm gonna
intermediate.
ask you
Hold
according to
on,
who.
hold on. Damn, man, I just finished talking. Y'all was just rambling the whole time you was
Go
talking.
ahead, cause I go ahead.
Let me get into it, man. And the dates before that, when you get into the third intermediate period, are not correct. Which is why I don't know if you remember this. I asked you in our last conversation. Tell me the anchor point in chronology for Egyptian chronology after the date of Assyrian sacking Thebes, which is 664 BCE. Right? You don't remember me asking you that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, I know you're not ready because
Go
see,
ahead, go ahead.
I know you. He played. A1 played it earlier. It was in the audio on the whole footage, no, in the video when we had a back and forth. I literally listened to it. I asked you for anchor points in chronology. You couldn't give me an answer. You start talking about Akhenaten and stuff. Those aren't anchor points in chronology. I don't even think you know what anchor points are. But anyway, when we get into this, right, there's actual gaps in the archaeological record in the timeline of Egypt caused other civilizations in other surrounding cultures to have a dark age that's not attested to those specific cultures, like including Greece, which has been well written on. How people, literal multiple scholars written on the Greek Dark Ages are been overexpanded and whatever. So let's get into a couple things though when we talk about the late Bronze Age and Middle Bronze Age and all this stuff. It says this. As you will shortly see, I and others have proposed that the Middle Bronze Age in the Hill Country continue in parallel with the early Late Bronze Age. I mean, Salakia. With the early Late Bronze Age of the lowland cities. When we get into this here, I'm finna get to reading some scholars in their work, right? It says this. Hold on. We get to this right one. It says this. This is from Budnimovitz, right? It says, it will appear that the dozen of very small Middle Bronze Age, some yielding only a scatter of sherds and lacking architectural remains in the circa 20 Middle Bronze Age cemeteries distant from permeable sediments testify to an existable of a sizable pastoral element in the population of the Central Hill Country, mainly in its central and southern sections at this time period. Just so happens at the exact same time frame that the Israelites say that they come in, right? So when we read this, it says, yet, in despite of the lack of the urban settlements in the late Bronze Age, the region is not empty of people. There is an almost archaeologically invisible population which is only revealed through cemeteries that were not attached to any city communities, which is what the scholar made a comment on later. That these cemeteries are not only continuing with the late Bronze Age settlements of the Canaanites, but they're connected to pastoral elements. These
Because the
people,
Canaanites sent
stop,
their Canaanites.
bro, stop talking
Yo,
because
he's literally
you ain't even
breaking
listen,
down. He's
bro.
literally
You ain't
agreeing
even
with me right now, y'all.
if you would stop interrupting, you ain't even let me finish reading because you know what? I don't even got to finish reading. Set up the debate because you interrupting. You don't even know these are two different fucking cultures, bro. They're producing two whole separate groups of pottery. One is doing imported pottery and all this. The other one is dealing with domestic. The other ones are pastoral sheep herders and shepherds. The other ones are city folks, and you don't know nothing about what you're talking about. And these people
That's
are
exactly what we was
set up.
getting into with the Yahweh's group and the Elohim's group moving
Bro,
forward. You said that didn't
if you
happen.
if you would stop talking, if you would stop talking, this says this happens during the early late Bronze Age, not during the late Bronze Age collapse. But you keep on fucking
Duh.
interrupting and not listening. All right, you just lost. All right, did you not just hear yourself? Duh, they're telling you that these pastoral people, the what you will say are the Israelites, aren't the Israelites, but these are the Israelites. These pastoral people come in not even during the late Bronze Age; they come in during the Middle Bronze Age, and their culture is continuing simultaneously with the Canaanite late Bronze Age culture. They're two different groups of people, and you're not even listening. You're just running your mouth, and you don't even know that the scholars is punching you in your face. So set up
No,
the
they
debate, bro.
agreeing with me, and
Set up the debate,
you
man.
agree with me. They are two different groups of people. That's literally what I've been talking about this whole time.
Bro, you've been saying this whole time. For one, you said the Israelites emerged from indigenous Canaanite population. That's just not what I was reading.
Mixed with the Shashu that came from the south. That's literally what you just read. That's literally what I said in my
That's not
debate.
what I read. That's not what I read. That's not
Hey,
what
yo,
I read.
what?
Bro, if you would stop interrupting, these pastoral people during the Middle Bronze Age, the end of the Middle Bronze Age, not the late Bronze Age, they come in and start taking over and settling in these people's territory. There's a depopulation of these areas because these whole group of people aren't settling in cities and stuff. They're coming in,
Do
taking
you
over.
know?
Hold
Oh
on.
my
I've been
God.
asking you this whole time, when did these people get here? You keep saying, oh, they get here around the late Bronze Age collapse. This is not the late Bronze Age collapse, bro. This is the beginning of the Bronze Age. Salaki, this is the beginning of the late Bronze Age and the ending of the Middle Bronze Age. Stop talking to me, man.
All
This is
right,
ridiculous.
so this right here is how we know he don't know chronology, right? So first off, he's being disingenuous because he's not giving y'all the names of the people that he's talking. We know the names of the people that he's talking about. He's talking about the Shashu and the inland Canaanites, right? This again, why this is so important. Number two, he keeps saying the early late Bronze Age, the early late Bronze Age. Bro, the Bronze Age collapse is not just one little thing in history. That's why I said in my debate, this is something that spanned from 1250 to 1100. From 1250 to 1100.
So when is the early late Bronze Age, bro? Do you not know what the early late Bronze Age is? How many years is it from the start of the late Bronze Age to
First
the
off,
late Bronze Age collapse?
first off,
How
there
many
is
hundreds of
no
years
early
apart is
late
that, bro?
Bronze Age.
Huh?
There is no early late Bronze Age. In that time period, they're talking about the Bronze Age collapse.
No, they're not. They're talking about the start of the late. When someone says the early late Bronze Age, they're talking about the beginning of the late Bronze Age. They're not talking about the ending. bro, are you serious, my guy? Like, and this is how I know you don't pay attention. How could they be talking about the late
What
Bronze
ended
Age?
the
Stop,
what
stop,
ended
humble.
the
Let me finish
Bronze
my
Age,
statement. Let
bro?
me finish my statement. How could they be talking about the late Bronze Age collapse when they're just talking about Middle Bronze Age 2B? Hold on, I'm gonna read it to you again because you didn't listen. It says Middle Bronze sites. These are the bro. This is what's ridiculous, bro.
Yo,
They're
he is
talking about
terrible at this.
Middle Bronze 2B, or what some people will call 2C. Some people don't distinguish between those two, right? They're talking about Middle Bronze 2B continuing at the same time as the late Bronze Age, the beginning of it. The Middle Bronze Age anywhere is nowhere near the late Bronze Age collapse. They cannot be overlapping. What are you talking about, bro?
What?
Bro,
What?
what? The
What
Middle
started to
Bronze Age is
indicate the
nowhere near
Bronze
the late
Age?
Bronze Age collapse.
So what started to indicate the late Bronze Age, bro?
No. The Middle Bronze Age, I want you to, you said what as if you disagreed. The Middle Bronze Age is nowhere near the late Bronze Age collapse. Now
No,
disagree with that. Go ahead, disagree with that.
no.
No what?
Hence why it's called the late Bronze Age collapse.
Hey,
Come
humble,
on, man. We
you
gotta
just like to
understand,
be
like we
right.
know English here now, too, man. The
Humble, you just like to
late
be right, don't
Bronze
you?
Age collapse, which means there was a collapse in the Bronze Age.
Bro, okay, humble. For me, I'm trying to help you, bro. The late Bronze Age collapse has nothing to do with the change from the Middle Bronze Age to the late to the
No,
late Bronze Age.
nobody is saying that. Nobody is
So
saying that.
why am I talking about the late Bronze Age and shifting to the why when I'm talking about the Middle Bronze Age shifting to the late Bronze Age, you keep talking about the late Bronze Age collapse? Did you not just hear me say
Oh,
during
I
the
see
late
what you said.
no. Did you not just hear me say during the early phases of the late Bronze Age, these Middle Bronze Age these Middle Bronze Age cemeteries and stuff are continuing contemporary at that same time? What are you talking about the late Bronze Age still for?
But those Middle Bronze Age people were Canaanites.
No, they're not, bro. You
Yes,
all
they
right, bro.
were.
All right, whatever, bro. Whatever.
Do you want to debate on that? The people that the Shashu came down and found were Canaanites that were already there, who was getting away from what was happening in Canaan, and they were already settling on the high hills of Canaan. The Shashu
You
met
said
them there.
I got a question. Show me a text that says the Shashu is specifically the Canaanites. I'll wait.
They are not the Canaanites. The Shashu are
You
not
just
the
said the
Canaanites.
Shashu were Canaanites,
I said
bro.
the Shashu met the Canaanites there.
Oh my fucking god. So who are
So,
the Shashu, bro?
listen, this is how you gotta
Who are
edit.
the
I gotta
Shashu, bro?
cam up for
You
this because
hey,
this is
you
why
just said they Shashu.
this is where this
Humble,
religion. Hold on one second.
humble.
I
You
got you.
said
I'm
they're
gonna land my plane
Shashu.
right here.
What is a
I gotta
Shashu?
cam up for this because this is where this religion be rotting their brain and they be getting away from history, right? The Israelites, the inland Canaanites, right, that was getting away from their situation, moving to the high hills. They brought a Canaanite tradition with them. Right now, when they settled, they brought the tradition of El with them. They brought
Oh
the
my.
Phoenician Canaanite script with them. They brought the pottery with them. They brought the style of housing with them. They brought these things there. The Shashu came from the south and met these people. When they first met, they didn't automatically merge. No, they lived their separate lives for a while. Eventually, they merged. Why did they merge? They merged for their survival. They had the Egyptians coming down from the south, and they had the Palestinians taking over Canaan in the north. And so they had to create this identity, to merge and create this identity to survive in this changing of the age. This is, and he keep hearing me say this is why I keep talking about the 900s and 950. I keep saying, bro, they were already assimilated then. This is what brought about what we know now as the Israelites and the Israelite culture. There was no Israelite culture anywhere before then, because before then we see that these were two different cultures. We see that the Shashu had their own culture and the Canaanites had their own culture.
Bro, all right, here. I'm finna read this to you one more time, and we finna see how you gonna make something up again. It says this.
Now to make
Look, stop, listen to this. It says this. It says this. Uh of the late Bronze Age seems to be snuffed out in the hill country as the major population centers were destroyed and abandoned. Yet, in spite of the lack of urban settlements in the late Bronze Age, the region is not empty of people. There's an almost archaeologically invisible population, which is only revealed through their cemeteries that were not attached to any city communities. So he keep on talking about, I don't know what history he talking about. He talking about they went up into the highlands incorrect. During the late Bronze Age, well, we're talking about the shift from the middle Bronze Age to the late Bronze Age. He just completely remixed history. The Canaanites are going into the lowlands. It's a whole other group of people that's occupying and taking over the highlands. What is he talking about? Bro, yeah, I know, bro,
this
my
guy
ass.
is terrible.
Bro, my ass. I know, I know
This
it
guy
hurts.
is terrible.
So once again, it says this. It says it would appear that the dozen of very small middle bronze sites, some yielding only a scatter of sherds and lacking architectural remains, and the circa 20 middle bronze cemeteries distant from permanent settlements testify to the existence of a sizable pastoral element in the population of the central hill country, mainly in its central and southern sections at this period. We're not talking about the late Bronze Age collapse. This is all before then. I kept asking them when the Israelites arrived. We're talking about all the way before then. We all know the Israelites are pastoral and they're shepherds. We all know this.
They're not.
Stop,
See that?
bro, stop,
No, time
bro,
out.
bro,
So
bro.
now you're inserting a name on a group of people that's not
Pause.
there. Here he keeps saying their burial sites and this, that, and the third, and that they're Israelites. They not Israelites. No, you can't get away with that flim flam, Chaasad.
Quiet. You
Can't
don't
get
know
away
what you're
from that
talking
flim
about,
flam,
bro.
Chaasad.
We
These
literally
are
finna
not
let you
Israelite
interrupt.
people. Are you saying they
Hold
Israelite
on.
people?
Stop interrupting me. Stop
Are
interrupting
you
me.
saying those people
Stop
that they
interrupting
found
me.
dead are Israelite
Stop
people?
interrupting me, because we just sat here and literally listened to you talk about the late Bronze Age collapse, and we ain't even talking about the late Bronze Age collapse no more. We
Are
didn't move
you
past that,
saying, you
bro.
see
No,
how you
ain't
try
no.
to dance around this
Stop
question?
interrupting me. You know
Are
what?
you saying those people who they
Hey,
found
humble.
buried
Hey,
in those
humble. Hey,
graves are
humble.
Israelite
Hey,
people?
humble. Hey, humble. Hey, humble. Hey, humble. I ain't even finna keep going back and forth with you. I only got the patience right now for that shit.
Go ahead, go. I'm gonna let you finish,
No,
but I
no,
want
no,
my
no.
question
I
answered.
don't even want to finish no more because I'm talking to a brick effing wall. Like seriously, bro. I asked you several times when did they get there. The date that you try to give me for them being there, we keep on debunking. Even the scholar that you want to go to, Israel Finkelstein, he says that the Iron Age and all this stuff, they was there in the late Bronze Age. Now I'm giving you more sources that shows that these people who you even claim that they're Israelites later. You said that they were Israelites later in the Iron Age and all that stuff. But that people was already there in the late Bronze Age and they got there in the middle Bronze Age. That's what I'm showing you. That's what I'm telling you. And you keep on trying to argue and fight with me. And you're not even bringing me a source. You're interrupting and talking over me. And you don't even have a source, bro. And this is what I keep talking about. I didn't move past that whole late Bronze Age and everything. Now I didn't move past to a whole new time period. And I'm introducing when do the Israelites get there. I ain't even completely finished reading the source because you keep on interrupting. And if you keep saying, oh, these Israelites, of course these are Israelites. I'm bringing it up because I'm saying they're Israelites. I'm showing the evidence that the Israelites move in and that we have the evidence prior to the late Bronze Age.
There is
But you want to keep interrupting and asking me a dumb
Israelites in the
question
middle
like,
Bronze
oh,
Age.
are they
Is
Israelites?
there any
No,
Israelites in the
these
middle Bronze
Moabites.
Age?
No, these Edomites. Who you think I'm gonna say?
Who time
Like
out?
this is
So
stupid,
you're
bro. Like
saying that
honestly.
there are
So you want a
Israelites in
chronology
the middle
debate?
Bronze Age?
I'm done. I'm done going back and forth with you
Answer
on
the question,
chronology for tonight.
Kazan. Are you
Set it
saying
up. Is Egypt
there's
chronology correct?
Israelites in the middle Bronze
Point
Age?
blank. Period.
Are
It
you
sounds
saying
like a
there's
debate to
Israelites in the
me.
middle Bronze Age? Kazan, are you saying that they are Israelites between 2000 and 550 BC, 1550 BCE? Yeah, I see he mute up, bro.
I don't know if you was talking to me. I didn't hear nothing. My phone,
Are
my
you
brother just called. Hold
saying?
on, my brother just called me. So the whole live cut out for a whole minute. I don't know what just happened. What
All right.
happened?
So I'm asking you a question based off of everything you just said. Let me come up when I say this. Based off of everything you just said, are you saying that they were Israelites in the Middle Bronze Age from 2000 to 1550 BCE?
So once again, do you want to have a debate with me on chronology? Yes or no?
Yes. If we
Okay.
dealing with this,
So
yes.
we gonna debate, is Egypt chronology correct? Because guess
No,
what?
no,
The
no.
date stop. The date you giving me for the Middle Bronze Age ended in 1550 BCE is based off of what?
You said it's based off of what? It's based off of the late what? The
The
Egyptians
what?
destroying the Egyptians coming in and taking over. That's
Hold on,
that brings
Okay,
in the
okay.
late
So,
Bronze
so,
Age.
so, listen to what you just said. You just said it's based on the Egyptians coming in and taking over. So it's
Yeah.
based on the Egyptian. Hold on. So it's based on Egyptian chronology. So if Egyptian chronology is correct, then guess what? The end of the Middle Bronze Age is not 1550 BCE as you just try to say. So debate me on, is Egyptian chronology correct? It's that simple.
You said you said the ending of the Middle Bronze Age is not 1550.
No, it's not.
I mean, where okay, so what you saying it is?
Do you want to debate me on it? Yes or
Yeah,
no, man?
I mean, yeah, but I want to know what
All
you
right.
saying it is. You can't just
Thank
be
you.
saying no.
Thank you. So you want to debate? We're gonna set it up. Let's set the title up. Is
Got
Egyptian
you.
chronology correct? That's the debate.
No, 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 no.
What is? Did you
First off,
mean
are you
no?
saying
That's
is
what
the
I want to
Egyptian
debate you on.
chronology correct? Hold time out. Is the Egyptian chronology correct compared to what though?
What are you talking about? And compared to what? These civilizations are based off Egyptian chronology. What are you talking about?
Okay, how about we do this? Right? We ask
I got a
when
question. Is specifically cultures like Canaan and other cultures surrounding the Mediterranean, not Assyria and stuff like that, but other cultures surrounding the Mediterranean, are they not dated by Egypt artifacts and stuff like that?
when Egypt get there, yeah, but they also have their own artifacts that corroborate. And before even Egypt gets there.
Oh my God, bro! Greece's late Bronze Age is dated based off of Egypt. What are you talking about?
What?
Yeah.
You
So are
don't
you
know that?
saying that time out,
I
time out?
told y'all,
You
I
don't
told
know
y'all,
that?
Hassan got daggers and bones for y'all, man. I don't
You
know
don't know
what
that, bro?
So
Egypt
are you saying
Oh
that
my
to go
God.
hold on one second. Hold on. See, because this is the lack of knowing of these brothers, right? Jericho, which is a land, right? I'm looking for the word for a geographical
Jericho's a city,
place.
bro.
Okay,
You
Jericho is the city.
hold on one
Jericho is
second.
the
I got
city
you. I
in late
got y'all.
Stone
Hold on one
Age.
second. Hold on, Sapphire. So Jericho, which is a geographical place, right? He's saying the only way we can learn about that place is if we go to Egypt, as if there's not people who's excavated Jericho and got information from the people who stayed to Jericho themselves.
bro, what?
That's how you making it seem.
Oh my God,
He
bro. You
talking
need help.
Egyptian chronology as
You
if
need
you
help.
can't go and excavate Jericho and see these things.
You need help, bro. You need help, bro.
No, 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 no.
You need
You
help.
need to help. It's okay, yo. You don't understand the history. It's okay though, bro. But we're gonna help you understand the history now. We're gonna
Hold
help
on,
you get
bro.
rid of that Hebrew Israelite doctrine, and you gonna learn the real history.
Hey, humble, bro. I'm gonna read something to you, and I'm gonna just let it be, bro. I'm gonna let it be, bro. Cause I see you don't know what you're talking about. Hold on, I'm gonna get
Hey,
this.
it's just real quick though. But based off the Hebrews tradition, their written tradition, which is what we got today in the Bible, your archaeologist agrees with it.
No,
Agrees with these people. All their findings, they found, and it agrees with the Bible. I just want
that
to put that for the record.
no, that's not true. That's another false fallacy when we deal with these Bible things. No, that's not true. That's not true. There is no
They
that,
didn't find. They
oil.
didn't find Kemet. Did they find Kemet? Did they unearth Kemet?
No, they didn't unearth Kemet.
How they did? How do you think? What do you think excavations are, brother? That's called unearthing.
Bro, nobody rediscovered that Kemet was. Kemet has always, everybody's always known Kemet was there. Nobody rediscovered where Kemet was.
Kemet or Egypt was unearthed in the 18th century. That gives credence to the Bible. They unearthed Babylon. That gives credence to the Bible. They unearthed
How does, hold on,
Akkad.
come out. So because Spider-Man comics mention Spider-Man being in Manhattan, and
Man,
Manhattan is
miss
a
me with
real
that
place,
shocker
and that means
almost.
that Spider-Man is a real book. Is
Miss me with
Spider-Man
that
based
shocker.
off of actual history? Because
Miss
it
me
talks
with the
about
shocker
Spider-Man being in
almost.
Manhattan.
Miss me with the shocker almost analogies. Okay, we don't.
Because
That don't got
because
nothing to
it
do with
don't make
nothing.
any sense. Like, just because, okay, the Bible mentioned Egypt, that means the Bible is true. No, what? There's
Are
a
there
lot of books
pharaohs?
out there that's not true that mention Egypt.
Were there kings in Egypt that the Bible mentioned that was unearthed?
No,
What?
no. There was no name a pharaoh in Egypt. Name a pharaoh in Egypt that was
Ramesses.
mentioned in the Bible.
Ramesses.
Ramses was
Ramesses.
not mentioned in the Bible.
What? It
Ramses?
literally, it literally says, even though this is what you call it, what they call it, uh, word missed me right now. Even though the children of Israel were not in the time period of Ramesses, they were earlier, but the city that was mentioned in the Bible,
It's
that's where they
Pi
came from.
Ramses.
That's what. Say it again.
It's Pi Ramses, yeah.
Okay, but even though the children of Israel were there earlier than Ramesses the second or third, whichever one, the city was mentioned or the place was mentioned. Ramesses is mentioned in the Bible.
Pi Ramses. Now, okay, now watch this. Now,
You
now
just
watch
hung
this. This is
yourself.
one
You
Bible
just
verse.
hung
Hold on
yourself.
one second. Hold on one second. This is one Bible verse that messed that whole thing up, right? So there's a verse in the Bible where it comes to pass. It talks about it coming to pass the first time we sojourned into Egypt, and it was the Assyrians that enslaved us without cause in those days. So now, unless
That
you're
is no
here
passage in
telling
the
me that
Bible.
Ramses, hold on one second.
That is
Hold
not
on.
no passage in the Bible,
Unless
brother.
you're sitting here telling me that Ramses was an Assyrian, that passage doesn't hold up.
Brother, you're lying. There is no passage, chapter and verse, brother. Chapter and verse. Book, chapter and verse that says that. You're not going to find it. Don't even worry about Chat GPT. You're not going to find it. That's mentioned nowhere in the Bible.
We'll see. We will see. See, that's the problem, yo. Y'all don't research your own. Y'all don't even research your own text, bro. That's
Brother,
crazy.
you need to read the Bible first and then come holler at us. Go read the Bible. Read the Bible first. You know, you haven't even read the Bible talking about some. It was Assyrian. Assyrian did what? Oh man. Read the Bible, brother. I got to ask you the same question like I asked Asar. Did you actually read the Bible? Because you
Yeah.
haven't. You just made up a whole. You just fathom up a whole thing about an Assyrian taking the children of Israel in captivity. Are you serious? Far as when
You
it
saying
comes
it's
to
not
the
there?
first five books, it's not mentioned and nowhere in the first five books. Where you gonna find that in the first five books? Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Ramesses is mentioned in the Pentateuch. We ain't talking about in the times of the prophets. We're talking about in the time of Moses. That's when Ramesses, Pyramesses is mentioned. Toponym. That's the word I'm thinking about. Toponym. That's a toponym. Pi-Ramesses is a toponym. Obviously, we see that the children of Israel through the archaeological findings, okay, of the pieces that indirectly, uh, again, it gives credence to the scriptures.
So I'm talking about, I don't know about you. I'm talking about when these quote unquote Israelites first sojourned in Egypt. Why my shit ain't working, bro? Isaiah 52 and 4.
Isaiah 50, hold on. Isaiah, that's like almost 600 years later, 700 years
Now
later.
that's 600 years later.
Yes, that's 600 years later. Assyrians, we already know that the Neo-Babylonians, who are the Assyrians, came in and captured the northern kingdom. Okay, whoop-de-doo. That's not, you're not proving anything what we're just talking about, brother. We talking about when Egypt is first mentioned in the Bible. It says
When is
Pi
the first
Ramesses.
time? Hold on one second. When is the
Mm-hmm,
first time? If we go back if we go back to Exodus, when is the first
mm-hmm.
time that the Israelites were enslaved without cause?
Actually, it's people say slave. It wasn't even slavery. It was hard taxation, and that's mentioned in the Genesis chapter 1. They was being heavily taxed or heavily put to work.
Bro.
If you want to
So
call that
when they
enslavement, I
say,
mean,
hold
we
on
all
one
the
second,
same today. The
hold
same
on,
difference.
because see, this is how I
Hmm.
be knowing these brothers don't be knowing that Bible. Number one, so during this time, it literally tells you in the Bible this new Pharaoh was a Pharaoh who, number one, knew not Joseph,
Hmm.
and so he didn't know the relationship the Israelites, quote unquote, had with the Egyptians. That's number two. Number three, he had a fear that they would outgrow and overpopulate Egypt. That's three things, right? So now, when is the first time we see this happen? In Exodus. So, which lets us know that this must have been an Assyrian pharaoh, because this is the only, if we're going according to the Bible, this is the only time that a pharaoh enslaved Egypt without cause. I mean, enslaved
If
the Israelites without, or oppressed the Israelites without cause.
okay, so when it says that a Pharaoh rose that knew not Joseph, obviously this was not an Assyrian because an Assyrian would be considered a Semitic person or Semitic people. So a person, one that knew not Joseph, that would have been someone from the north or what we'll say the south today. Okay, it was someone from the south. It wasn't no Semitic king, no Semitic Egyptian king that knew not Joseph. They would have definitely known Joseph.
But see, that's another thing too. Also, this is how we know this is not a pharaoh who took the throne, so we know it couldn't have been Ramses. How do we know this? Because Ramses would have also known Joseph. How? Because he took the pharaoh as he took the throne as pharaoh after his father. And so, as a person or a prince that's coming up in those ways, of course, it's proper knowledge to teach the son all about things of that nature, because he got to take the throne next. So it couldn't have been Ramses.
Bro, Pi Ramesses is a toponym, meaning that was just a name place to give the children an idea of where the people were. That's not the same time period.
What I'm
It's
saying
not.
is
It's not the same
by
time
linking
period.
it up, by linking it to Pi Ramses, and then by giving it a toponym to say where the place were, right? What the Bible do is it acknowledge that, okay, well, Ramses, because he was the architect, must have been there during this time. The very fact that in Isaiah 52 and 4 lets us know that when the Israelites first go down and sojourn into Egypt, it was the Assyrians who oppressed them.
Okay, can you quote the passage instead of just trying to give us some feel good, for lot?
I said Isaiah 52 and 4.
Can you quote the passage? I mean, quote it
My
verbatim.
people went down for a full time into Egypt and sojourned there, and the Assyrians oppressed them without cause.
And that's Isaiah 53 and what? I mean 52 and what? Okay.
Hey, humble. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
And I just wanted to
Yeah.
read this. This is from Robert Stephen Bianchi. It says this. It says because the chronology of Egypt has become over the years the principal dating tool for many other ancient world civilizations. So, this is what I was talking to you about. You talking about some they can't dig up this and see this. No, I didn't say that. But what you don't understand is all these civilizations, they forced them to line up with the false Egyptian chronology that they have created. And not only does they it create dark ages in these cultures, which the cultures themselves cannot does not attest to, such as the Greeks, right? The Greek Dark Age is supposed to be this big 300 something or a long time span of or Dark Ages, right? But yet, right after their Dark Age, they come back, they're producing the same pottery, they're speaking the same language. That's not what a Dark Age looked like. And they come back the exact same people, right? But that's because they forcing it to line up with Egypt because they found some Egyptian artifacts, right? So in reality, you don't you I know you're not ready for this Egyptian chronology debate. So if you want this work, as I said, we're not just gonna pull up. We're not just because in reality, I'm gonna hit you with sources from all nations, Israel, Greece, yeah, because you don't know that Egypt timeline affects all these other civilizations. So when you ready and stop trying to duck and try to hide and try to move away from the title, I'm ready to set it up. Is the Egyptian chronology debate? I mean, is the Egyptian chronology correct? Because I give you two sources right now, and I bet you still won't be able to defeat them. So whenever you want that smoke, you can come get it. You ready?
So listen, he trying to number one, he trying to again keep his religion alive by throwing out a piss poor topic. I got a better topic. Is there any Israelites in the Middle Bronze Age?
So you
That
don't want to
way,
debate.
that
You
way,
you keep talking about.
hold on 1 second, let me get it in.
Go
That
ahead.
way he can bring his Egyptian artifacts, right? That try to prove and reconstruct what history say that in the Middle Bronze Age the Israelites existed and they was already established as a people. I'm saying in the Middle Bronze Age the Israelites were not established and they did not exist as a people. Their culture didn't exist. Their language didn't exist. Their writing didn't exist. They did not exist as a people in the Middle Bronze Age. That's what I'm saying.
You done?
Yeah.
So you don't want to debate me then, all right? Because
Now,
you keep on talking about chronology and you don't know nothing about chronology, bro. Why would
now
I
see
keep
how
on
he
sitting
trying
here?
to duck
Hold
me,
on, hold
guys.
on,
Let me tell him
hold
what I
on,
said.
hold on, hold on, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
You want to keep on sit here and try to argue and make subtopics. See, this is a subtopic. Is the Israelites
Subtopic.
there? Let me finish. This is a subtopic because the main topic we're debating on is chronology. Whether or not the Israelites are there in the Middle Bronze Age is going to be determined on what? The chronology you use. It's a chronology argument.
Right.
You've been sitting up, hold on. You've been sitting up here talking about the late Bronze Age collapse. I would not give the late Bronze Age collapse the dates that you give it. Chronology argument. So we're not going to sit here and just try to focus on, oh, can we see a specific pastoral group in the Middle Bronze Age? That's stupid, bro. You know damn well pastoral groups, shepherds, aren't sitting around writing or they're moving around, bro. That's not how that works. And you know that's not how
Yeah.
archaeology works. You know pottery doesn't start getting made until they settle down. What do you need to make pottery in the ancient world? Wait. What is the object called
Listen,
that you hold on, but answer my question. What is the object called that you need to make pottery in the ancient world?
you need clay.
No, what is it called, bro? What is the object called that you need to make pottery in the ancient world?
What you
Of
mean?
course you need clay, but I'm talking about the main thing you need. Because you can have clay, but if you don't have this, you don't get pottery.
Water. Well, nigga, I
No.
don't know. I ain't about to travel on this goddamn road with you. Listen,
Okay, so
you doing
look,
all
hold on.
this.
Okay, so
Hold on.
let me finish that. Let me finish. I'm gonna park my car
Go
because
ahead.
you
Go
ain't
ahead.
want to answer the question. You need what's called a fucking kiln, right? Which is the big ass. I shouldn't cut. My bad. Which is the super hot oven thing that bakes the pottery that actually makes it into pottery. Yeah. So for all the people that didn't even take an art class, you know when you make the pottery and you mold it and stuff, you don't just get to sit it out and it hardens up and stuff like that. That's not how that works. You actually have to put it into a hot ass oven and it bakes it. You still do that in the ancient world. You don't have that until you get into cities. Pastoral groups aren't doing that. So the stuff that you're asking for is stupid. It's an illogical. You're asking for a fallacy that which people that know archaeology would not even ask for, especially in a pastoral group. That's not what you see in them. You see
All
their
right. So now let me ask you
hold
this
on. You
question.
start seeing their independent pottery and all that stuff and all their settlement stuff when they settle down. That's when you start to see that.
So let me ask you a question. Give me a time period on what you
Oh my
say
God!
the
I
Middle
look,
Bronze
look,
Age
look
is.
here. I'm gonna give you. I'm
Give
gonna
me a
give you
time
multiple
period.
dates for Israelites. I'm gonna give you this: 1446 Exodus. Some people might say 1447, whatever. 1447, 1446
Uh-huh.
Exodus. 1406, 1407 entering of the Promised Land. Um, and that's when the conquering and all that stuff. From that time frame up until the 11th century BC, you have what's called the Judges period. The Bible tells you that. It tells you the Judges period happened from the time from when Solomon built the temple. From the Exodus is 400 and some years, right? So you have that time period from 400 all the way down to around the 11th century BC. That's the Judges period. Then you see the monarch period, which is when you see Saul, David, Solomon. That stuff we can have the time frame 11th century all the way to 10th century BCE, and I put them David and Solomon as a late Bronze Age character.
All right. All right.
Any
First,
other questions that you have to ask me, you
I
can ask
got
me in a
you.
debate.
I got you. So number one, God, that shit was crazy. He said 1400 BCE. He started off at 14, just below, or just diving into the Middle Bronze Age. And even this is like crazy. Like this is wild. And he's saying we see Israelites here in the 1400s. I bet. Listen, that right there. Is there any Israelites from what you say 1467?
Where did you get that from?
You said 14 something BCE. What date you throw
About
up there to
what?
the Exodus?
The Exodus date
Yeah.
1447 or 1446 BCE.
Okay. So for that Exodus date, 1447 BC, 46 BCE, I'm gonna give you an extra date, 47 BCE. We can't even find anything dealing with a Israelite.
You sound crazy, bro.
We can't even find
You
no
know we got.
Israelite names during 1447 BCE.
Hey, okay, you want to know how I know you lying? So I said I'll give you two sources. So I give you one source right now. Brooklyn Papyrus 1446 got Israelite names on there, and they're slaves in Egypt. What are you talking about?
It got you said what now?
I
What'd you
told
say?
you, you
No,
not
you
You
said
ready
giving him
for
too
me,
much
Brooklyn
bro.
now,
46.
Kassan. You
What
giving
you
him too
say?
much, Kassan.
You
He
not ready
said
for me,
Brooklyn
bro. I gotta
1446.
fall back. He said I'm giving you too much,
My
bro.
man said
He said
Brooklyn
I'm giving you too much.
1446.
He said I'm giving you too much, bro. I gotta chill.
Nah,
All right, bro. I gotta chill.
he terrible,
All right,
bro.
he said I
I
gotta
mean,
chill.
hey,
He said I'm
listen,
giving
hey,
you too much,
listen.
man. Do you want a chronology debate or not, bro?
Yes,
Damn,
I'm
man.
here with it.
So
Hey,
we
listen,
debate
but see,
is
when
the
we talking
Egyptian.
chronology debate, like I said before, and we sticking with this. One great thing about where we meet in the middle is these time periods, right? And so I say for our chronology, this is why I want to stick with the Middle Bronze Age because it covers the large range, and then we can deal with in a debate if the chronology is off or not within the debate.
No, because my chronology don't stop, bro. I'm telling you, all the way from the third intermediate period, all the way going back late Bronze Age, all that Middle Kingdom, late Kingdom. I'm Salakia, New Kingdom. All of that is those dates are not correct. That's what I'm telling you. So
Right,
you
right.
hold
And
on,
that's
hold
what
on, hold on,
look,
hold on. You want to try to put something to where I look, man. Look, I'm not gonna keep on. I'm not gonna keep playing with you, bro. You're
listen.
not ready. You're not
He
ready.
is trying to dance around. Let me cam up when I say this.
Do you want to debate
I
Egyptian
want the debate.
chronology?
Listen, this is why he keep dancing around this. You keep wanting to dance around the fact that we can't see your people anywhere before, not even, I can't even say before the Middle Bronze Age, but we can't see your people in the Bronze Age or before the Bronze Age.
With
And
the
he
right
wanted
chronology, you
to
do.
dance around that.
With the right chronology, you do.
And that's why even when it comes to chronology versus chronology, when we have, okay, is the Israelites in the Middle Bronze Age? That's a debate where we can both bring out chronologies, and then the person that's judging or watching could say, okay, well, this chronology or that chronology seem more reasonably right based off of my understanding.
What?
Yeah, that makes sense. A1, are you there? Let me see if A1 catch the drift. A1, that nigga probably sleep.
Bro,
I
it
am
seems like
here.
you just
I
don't
am
want
here.
So
to.
A1,
It
listen
You
real
know
seems
I
like
quick.
you
ain't
don't
sleep.
want to
You know I'm
defend.
at
It
work,
seems
bro.
like,
I ain't going to sleep until
Yeah,
sunset
yeah.
in. What's
Okay,
up?
bro.
yeah.
It seems like you
Yeah,
don't
he
want
at
to
work.
defend Egypt
Hold on one
chronology, bro.
second.
It seems
So
like you
listen.
don't want to defend Egypt chronology.
So hold on one second. So, matter of fact, because A1 working right now. A Sapphire. Matter of fact, a
You,
Quantum should be there.
you.
One of y'all there. All right, Sapphire there. So Sapphire, am I making sense when I say we should debate on the Israelites being in the Middle Bronze Age? That way we can both bring our chronologies. And now the judge can judge on which chronology best fit the chronology of the Middle Bronze Age.
Mm, I mean,
That don't even
I
make
don't know.
sense.
Because
What are you
because if
talking about?
he's saying, listen, if he's saying that the Israelites is in the Middle Bronze Age, I'm saying they're not. He's saying, well, according to my chronology, they are. Now you got to bring your chronology to the Middle Bronze Age, and you have to show me how they are. I have to then go
So,
off of my chronology or the chronology I'm gonna bring to show you that they're not.
so what's the time frame of the Middle Bronze Age?
I say the
Eh,
time frame for the Middle Bronze Age. He say he don't agree with it, but I say 2000 to 1550 BCE.
Okay. I mean, it could work. It depends on what y'all agree on. I mean, that could work. 2015, even though I really don't agree, but you know, Qatar says
Bro,
if you
this what I mean, man. It's
Hey,
like you just
I don't
scared.
blame Humble though. I don't blame Humble for he just took the affirmative in the last debate, so he ain't trying to let Chaasad put his back against the wall again. He trying to.
He's scared, man.
He trying to stand him.
Nah,
He trying to get in the.
listen.
He trying to make sure y'all both stand in the middle of the ring. He like, you ain't about to put me on the ropes round one.
Right. He's saying,
But
all right,
I
well,
feel it.
we're
A
gonna
one,
debate
I'm the
if
one fighting the uphill battle. He has
listen,
it
he's
easy.
saying, listen, time out. He's saying, okay, let's debate if the Egyptian chronology is correct. Okay, but is it correct compared to what is what I'm saying?
I mean, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna mind my business, but
Hold on.
I'm gonna mind my business. I heard his response to what you just said, humble, and I was like, wait, feeling his response more than your
let
initial statement.
Right.
humble.
Because
Okay, go
it's
ahead.
either right or
A1,
it's
clean it
wait.
up. A1, hold on 1 second.
Because
Go ahead,
look,
A1,
because it's
clean it
either
up.
right. Because he asked you, is the Egyptian chronology right? It ain't no compared to what. It's
Thank
either
you.
right or wrong. You don't compare. Like, what do you mean? Like, or we just going to compare? If you want to compare, it's which one is better. If it's about right or wrong, it ain't no comparison.
Thank
But
you.
that's just our point,
But
and
when
that
we
makes
say
sense.
is it right? No, because here's what I'm saying, right? If he's saying it's right, then that means that the Egyptian chronology goes with and it agrees with the academic anthropology chronology. If he's saying it's right in that sense, then we have no disagreements there. If he's saying it's right in that rightness is different than what we can compare it to already, that's really going to prove if it's right or wrong, then because he's saying that it's right in the academic chronology is wrong. But then if the academic chronology is wrong, then how do you know what you got is right or wrong or not? Because now what do you have to base that off of?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know enough about the topic to even understand what you just said. So yeah, I'm lost in the sauce.
Humble. Cause
And this ain't my topic.
he rambling, man. He rambling.
Rambling,
Listen,
Yeah,
listen,
bro,
listen
it
to me.
don't take
Listen
a
to me.
that's a
rocket
Listen to
word
me. Listen
salad.
to
science
me.
to
It's
understand
a
that,
word
Listen to
bro.
salad.
me.
Look,
Listen to me.
basically,
Humble. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sapphire.
But
Go ahead, brother.
so what I was going to say is that you say academics is scholars that disagree with the time frame. So, like you said, you go with the middle Bronze Age. You say 2000 to 1550. I mean, it could work, but again, it just depends on if y'all agree on that. You know what I'm saying?
right. And that's why I say, okay, bang. If he say the Israelites was in the Middle Bronze Age, but the Middle Bronze Age don't consist of 2000 to 1550, it consists earlier or later, then it's like, okay, well, what's your evidence to back that up? Then I
And
say,
hold on.
okay,
And
go
humble,
ahead.
bro. Humble. And this is what I'm saying you running, bro.
Go ahead.
Because this is what I'm trying to put to the table. I'm telling you the dates that you keep trying to put out for the late Bronze Age collapse, the middle Bronze Age, all that's incorrect. It does
Oh,
not.
that's what you try. Go ahead.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Hold on. The dates you want to give to your pharaohs, the dates where if you pull up Wikipedia, whatever, whether you want to say the date for Ramesses is 12 something to 12 whatever the hell, I'm telling you
Mm-hmm.
that's incorrect. Egyptian chronology is incorrect. There is no compare to what. I'm telling you the dates that they have assigned to the Egyptian chronology, because now not only is it assigned to Egyptian chronology, Egyptian chronology plays a part in biblical chronology. It plays a part in Greek chronology. This is what I keep expressing to you. So if I change if I beat up Egyptian chronology, the dates that you give to the Bible and to Israel and all that stuff is incorrect too. So
So
you
what
keep
so
hold
wait,
on.
you
You
said
keep this is
Egyptian
why I'm trying
chronology
to
is correct though.
hold on. This is why I keep trying to tell you. You trying to argue about Israel in the Middle Bronze Age, that's a subtopic. Because I'm telling you the whole time frame of what you're trying to put Israel in is incorrect. This is why in the debate you even
Oh,
asked me, you said, "What's the date? Is this the date for Soled Temple?" I said, "I mean, that's the date that they give you in modern chronology, but I don't agree with modern chronology." So
right.
any
And
date that
so
you hold on, any date that
go
you're
ahead.
going to keep trying to propose, I'm going to keep telling you I don't agree with. So
So
debate me
that's
on
why then I
chronology.
always come back. Hold on. This is where you know you run. You see, he trying to say I'm running, but he running. This is why
Debate
I
me on
always come back.
chronology.
Hold on, cause I always come back and ask you this simple question. So then what is it that you do? Okay, if these things are wrong, and okay, if this is not the Middle Bronze Age, then what is your stance? What time period do you say these things fall in?
humble. And this is what I listen. I gave you the dates for the Exodus and everything for Israel, right? All
Mhm.
these questions of when you want to ask me when did this Pharaoh rule and stuff, I will answer in a chronology debate. That's me fixing the chronology in the debate. We're debating
Oh,
chronology.
you want to
Just
try to fix
accept
the
me.
chronology in a debate?
Just accept it's Egyptian chronology. I can't say Egyptian chronology is wrong and never give a proposal for the fiction of Egyptian chronology. I have to give also a proposal for the correct dates of the pharaohs. So you keep asking me when this stuff happened, you're
But
going to
all
find
of
out in
this
the
time
debate.
period, hold on 1 second, because that I think that's where the misconception coming in. All of this stuff is coming strictly, you're saying, from the Egyptian chronology, when is not, this stuff is not based on the Egyptian chronology solely, is based on academic consensus. So it's not because of the Egyptian chronology, the late Bronze Age is 1550 to 1200 BCE. No, but
Bro,
it's based after everything that's been studied in that area.
time out. That's bro. First of all, bro,
There's some
you
words.
don't
Hey,
you don't
somebody
you
pass me the
Do
ranch
you
dressing.
not know
hold
how
on,
the
hold on,
transition of ages work?
hold on. Stop. No. Characters are definitely tied to periods, bro. Ramesses is tied to the late Bronze Age. So it don't matter if I give Ramesses a 800 date, if I give Ramesses a 1000 date, if I give Ramesses a 1700 date. If I move Ramesses' date, the entire late Bronze Age moves with him. Don't play that game, bro. Yes, chronology and periods and civilizations are linked. If I move Egyptian chronology, I move the late Bronze Age. I move the Middle Bronze Age. So don't play that game. Yes,
So
we're
then,
dealing with. Hold on, we're
go ahead.
dealing with chronology and is Egyptian chronology. And this is what I keep saying, bro. The Egypt, bro, the late Bronze. I mean, the Greeks Dark Age, right? The Greek Dark Age. You can look this up. It is tied to Egypt chronology.
We understand that. We
So
no
hold
no.
on.
We
So if
getting that part.
Egyptians,
We understand
hold
that.
on, and that is incorrect. With the study, with the anthropology, whatever you want to try to argue about, the information on that they have agreed upon is incorrect. Multiple Greek scholars have noted it. Egyptologists have noted it. Several scholars in all fields have noted it. But yet this chronology still stands. And you're going to get smacked up because you don't know nothing about these dates and what you're talking
Now,
about.
time out. That's the point I'm trying to ask about now. What chronology are you referring? Like, even when we talk about these dark ages, right? It's not incorrect that right after the dark ages, when we get Herodotus, he gives.
Herodotus,
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. He gives all
you
of
mean
his
Homer, I
credit
think.
for medicine to Kemet.
Bro,
Everybody
what's
that
dating
come out,
for
hold
Herodotus?
on.
What's the date for
Everybody that
Herodotus?
come out, hold on 1 second. Everybody that come out of the Dark Ages in Europe, when they do that magnificent works, as people like to call them, they give the credit in their own works to Kemet. So that's why I'm trying to get this understanding of chronology that you're talking about. That you say, okay, well Kemet chronology is wrong. I'm like, okay, like, what you say, are you saying, for example, like you just gave an example of Ramses, and you say, okay, if he's dated in the Bronze Age, the late Bronze Age, right? And then you come back and you say, matter of fact, maybe he was dated a little later, or a little, based off this, then the whole age moves. That's not how that works.
Bro, what? Bro. You know what? Hold on. I'm finna say this, and because I see you're just running. That's definitely how it worked. If you move Ramesses the second, you move the
Uh-huh.
entire late Bronze Age. You move
No.
every bro. Stop. Yes, that is how that works. If you move the date for Ramesses, all his contemporaries, all the civilization, all of that time frame has to move. What are you talking about?
And what?
Second of all,
All right, all right. So why do you think that's the case, though?
hold
Go
on.
ahead.
I wish my freaking laptop would work, bro. It's not freaking working right now. I don't know why it's not working. Um, man, I hate when you do that. You messed up my thought.
Go
You
ahead. Go
talking
ahead.
about some freaking Herodotus? When does Herodotus live, bro?
Um, shit. The BC. Hold on.
Does he live before 6th century BCE? The answer is no, bro. It's pretty simple, bro. He didn't live. He didn't live that in that far back in ancient time, bro. So when is the date for Herodotus? Hello.
Hold on, I got you. 484 BCE.
Okay, so he didn't live before the 6th century BCE. So when is the Greek dark? When is the Greek Dark Ages?
Oh, he lived. You said 5th century. He did live before. He lived in the 5th century
No,
BCE.
I said did he live before the 6th century? That's what I said, bro. Then I just asked you, when is the Greek Dark Ages? Since you looking stuff up, look up when the Greek Dark Ages. Because you brought up Herodotus and you're talking about the Greek Dark Ages. They are not in the same time frame, bro.
Why we talking about the
When
Dark Ages?
when is the Greek Dark Ages?
Because
No,
you
no.
said when.
Look, tell us the date,
Oh, yeah,
because so
I
we
got
know
you.
that you don't know what you're talking about.
I got you. My man over here making all kind of false claims, man. He said Herodotus didn't live before the 6th century BCE. Terrible.
Bro, you just gave him a date of 4th century, 5th century BCE. So how
Yeah,
could he
that's
live?
before the 6th century.
Bro. Anyway,
The
bro.
early Dark
Once
Ages,
can
446 to 800 CE. Right? So
say that
this is
again?
right around. Oh, time out, foot in the
Say
mouth,
that again.
bam. So this is right around. So now he trying to shoot me.
Humble,
Well,
don't
no,
try
they
to talk
wasn't
over
even.
my
No,
time when I'm
no, no,
asking you a
no, no.
question, bro.
He
I
trying to get
asked you
me. They
to
not
say
even
that again.
contemporaneous
What
with
did
one
you just
another, and
say?
they most definitely is
Oh my
contemporaneous with one
God.
another.
Humble, don't do that, man. Answer me direct. What did you just say? I couldn't even freaking hear you. When is the Greek
Okay.
Dark Ages?
So the Dark Ages is 446 to 800 CE.
Bro, that say that one more, please say that one more time. When is the Greek
Or
Dark Ages?
476 to 800 CE.
No, the hell it ain't, man. See, this is what I keep
It
talking about
ain't what the early Dark
with
Ages.
humble BS, bro. This is what I keep talking about with humble
So
BS,
when
bro.
did Rome fall? Hold time out.
He
When did
keep talking
Rome
about
fall?
I just asked
When
him
did
for the
Rome
Greek Dark
fall?
Ages. The Greek
When did
Dark
Rome
Ages.
fall,
Hey, humble, stop. This is your turn to learn now. The Greek Dark Ages is
bro?
from 1180 BCE. So 1180 BCE to 800 BCE. This Nick, man, I'm done, humble, bro. Stop. Come on, bro.
You said
You
what?
terrible.
Greek
You're
Dark
terrible.
Ages.
Sapphire, who up here heard me ask for the Greek Dark Ages several times?
Yeah, so did. So did.
I'm talking to a brick wall here, bro. I'm talking to a brick
Yeah,
wall. I'm talking to a
yeah.
brick
I
wall.
mean,
So you
So
said hold on,
go
humble.
ahead.
Hold on, humble. You said
Cause he
that
rambling, bro.
hold
He
on.
trying to get his way out of here, bro. He trying
There
to get
is
his way
no
out of here.
rambling,
It's
bro.
not happening.
Everything that I'm
no,
saying,
that's
everything that I'm
It's
you,
not
saying,
humble. I mean, I'm
happening,
just being
bro.
honest.
bro. Everything that I'm
Go
saying
ahead.
is pure facts, and you just running from the debate topic.
Go
I
ahead.
brought up. You say, "Oh, we know about the Greek Dark Ages
All right, go
and
ahead.
how
The
it's in
Mycenaean
and how."
place
Hold
collapsed
on,
1200 to
hey,
1100 BCE.
bro. Can you please stop interrupting? You say,
Go
"Oh,
ahead.
we know about the Greek Dark Ages and how it's influenced by how the time frame is influenced by Egypt." I said, "Okay." When the Greek Dark Ages is, he gave me a date of 400 and up. Like, bro, what is we talking about here?
You
He don't
said
know,
when is the European Dark
bro.
Ages, and I
No, I
gave you the
didn't say
Roman
that. We're
fall.
not, bro. Stop, cause this
He
how I know you
said
don't listen.
Greek Dark Ages.
I
Right. Then
asked
he
you.
try to switch to the Greek Dark, and he
No,
terrible,
I
bro.
didn't,
What?
man. I
No,
never switched
what?
nothing.
Hey man, humble. Hey, humble man. You a real slickster, man. I just want to let you know that, man. You real
Mm-mm.
slick with the words. The brother, he straight up and down said Greek Dark Ages, and you said, yeah, he said European. You wrong. No, he said
Okay,
Greece.
I misheard. Okay, I misheard. Okay.
No,
Hey,
you
bro.
just
Hey,
slick, bro.
bro. Hey,
No,
bro.
no, 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 no. We
Hey,
was
no,
talking
no.
about the dark
Hey,
ages.
y'all
And how-
funny, bro.
No, we was talking about the dark ages and whatnot, and I want to. Hey, now he going to the Greek dark. Y'all slick with it. He
Bro,
going to
ain't
the Greek dark
nobody,
ages.
everybody heard me except for the guy that keep interrupting. So, hey, humble, bro. I'm gonna just put it out there. You want the smoke on chronology, man. You keep putting out dates and stuff. I'm not finna keep on sitting here going back and forth with you because
Listen,
honestly, you don't know what you're talking about. And the deeper we keep going into this conversation, we see you don't know what you're talking about. You
none
said
of
there
this.
is no, hold on.
Listen,
You said
go
you
ahead.
said there's no, you said there's not even Hebrew names during the Middle Bronze Age. Humble, I gave you, I quoted a source. I'm not gonna quote it again because my brother Sapphire said I'm giving you too much. I ain't gonna do it again. Hey, bro.
Yeah, that's way too much.
Now,
Yeah,
now
I'm
y'all
that's
see
sorry.
way
Hey,
too
I'm
much.
how.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have did it. I should have did it. But hey,
Now
bro.
y'all see
Hold
how he
on.
ran
Hold
around
on.
this whole thing with all of
Hold
this,
on.
right?
Hey, humble. You
And
finna get
he's
the floor?
still not trying.
Cause
Oh,
I
but
ain't
go ahead,
finna.
Go ahead, cause
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't finna be on too much longer. I gotta get up at 6. I mean, I gotta be at work at 6 in the morning. This a work night for me. So, hey, brother. If you want this chronology debate, bro, just accept it, man. We ain't gotta keep beating around. I'm
listen, we
telling
here
you
with
the,
it.
the
You the
dates,
one keep
whatever
beating
date
around the
you want
bush.
to give, unless you want to change your position, any dates you just keep trying to give, I'm gonna keep telling you is incorrect. So debate me on chronology. That simple. Is the chronology of the I'll let you say is the chronology of ancient time of the ancient world correct? I'll let you get out of just being Egypt. I'll let you say is the chronology of ancient world correct? So that means I get to go into Greece, Egypt, all these different civilizations and show that their chronology isn't correct. If that helps you and that makes you feel that more safe. So I can destroy the whole Iron Age concept. Well, I ain't gonna destroy the whole Iron Age concept, but I can destroy the whole late Bronze Age concept and Middle Bronze Age concept that you have in your mind. Let's do that.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
So you wanna
Say
do you
I
wanna
don't
what? So
know
do
y'all
what
got one. So
chronology
y'all got
he
it
keep
locked
do
in.
you
thinking
wanna
he
do
bringing. That yo, he is
Do you want
terrible,
to
bro.
do? Do you want to do the ancient world, like the ancient Mediterranean world, like we talking about Greece, Egypt, Israel, Assyria? We talking about all those, or do you just want to do Egypt? Which one?
Um, we could do all of them. We could do all of them. We could do just Egypt, but we gotta tie it. See, he trying to get
Man, don't
away
try
from
to
this.
run. We almost
Time
got you
out.
there. We
He
almost
trying to
got
get
you there.
away
Come
from.
on,
He trying to
humble.
get. Matter of fact, I ain't even going. Yo, I know it's game.
We you
I know it's
almost you
game.
almost there, man. I know you can do it.
We
You
going we
want the
gonna go
ancient
straight to
world?
eat. Hold on.
Straight
We
Egypt.
gonna go
Okay,
straight
straight
to
Egypt.
Egypt.
Straight Egypt. I like that. Yeah, I'm finna smoke you. You
We
dead.
gonna
You
go
dead.
straight to Egypt.
Hey, one man. You get that flyer ready. Hey. This one ain't gonna
And the
even be
reason,
close.
and I'm
This
telling
one not
y'all,
gonna even be close. The last one,
hold on,
I let it be too close because my decorum. This one ain't gonna even be close, bro. Watch this
hold
one.
on.
Watch this one.
And I'm letting y'all know right now. The only reason why I did it to Egypt because he keep trying to duck about these Israelites, bro. He think he's trying to hide behind pawns that he think gonna be safe and he could tuck. Oh well, I could say the Israelites was right here and we could be safe right here. Y'all ain't safe nowhere. We got all of this on lock. All of it.
You ain't got nothing. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I put my feet, my fists, and I jumped in the car, ran you over. I've been stumping you out for like every
Listen,
time I get on this platform, bro. It's not
nah, cause
my guy. You get like
no,
this ain't
listen,
even
you're
it ain't
listen,
even fun beating you up no more.
listen. You're just someone. You listen. You're the epitome right now. You know how to be saying the young blood's coming through. The young blood's coming through. You're the young blood of those those trapped in a box Hebrew Israelite thinking brothers, bro. You only read the Bible. You think,
What?
okay, well, I gotta make everything line up with the Bible. So even when we talking about history, like this is why I'm gonna smoke them again, right? I gotta fit my worldview into the worldview of the Bible so that it makes sense to me. I can't go outside of that because now I'm going against my faith. And I'm letting him know this is where he falls short every single time. And last time in the debate, that's where he falls short at. Because he want to think, oh, well, we didn't have no concept of El. We only worship Yahweh. The Israelites only worship Yahweh. Listen, man. That Israelite doctrine ain't working, bro. It is not working.
why you keep saying Israelite doctrine? Like when
Man,
you
what you
talk
mean? I
about
only read the Bible. What? All right, man. That's
right,
crazy, man. Like
that's
as
crazy.
Son,
much as I smack you up with sources, I only read the Bible. Me?
your sources ain't
Exactly.
sources, bro. Hey, bro, pull up one of your sources right now. Let me show y'all something real fast. Yo, this is terrible. As much as I smack you up with source, my man have he have a article over. Now, it's not even an article overview. It's a paper, right? And it got different scholars in it, right?
The paper is
The
better than the article overview. What are you talking about?
that is an article overview.
No, I said the actual paper is better than an article overview.
That's what I'm
Article
saying. You
overview is
got the
just a
actual paper
summary.
right. Hold on 1 second. I got you. But what the actual paper is about is literally giving you both sides of the argument. So the paper is not, but he's trying to give it to you as if the paper validates one argument over the other, but the paper literally validates both arguments.
No,
So
it
it's like,
don't. What
yo,
are you
how you
talking
coming up
about?
talking about you giving sources, and this the type of sources you giving?
Hey, humble, you need help, bro. You need
Come
some
on,
help.
bro.
You need
Nah,
Yeah,
help,
I
bro.
don't know. I don't know what you
Man, I
talking
ain't gonna
about.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. After this
hell no.
debate, you're gonna need an ambulance, bro. I ain't gonna lie
Hey,
to you,
yo,
bro.
nah, cause no,
They
no.
gonna
But you
carry you
right.
off.
This one ain't gonna be close. You right about that. When this one ain't gonna be
The
close.
other one wasn't close. What the fuck you talking about? The
Hey,
other
look,
one
it
wasn't
shouldn't
close.
have been.
The other one wasn't close. You
It
got
shouldn't have
stumped
been.
out.
Hey
But hey,
man, this
man.
been fun. I gotta get up here in a few hours. Man, peace and
God.
blessings, man. Chaasad, you stay cutting and dropping daggers and bombs, man. You got daggers and bombs. Like I said, humble. Y'all two had a great debate. You know what I'm saying? I gave my unbiased opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just on a scholarly level. Um, but nevertheless, man, fire debate. Shout outs to both of you brothers on that. Man, peace. I'm out of here. Shalom alaikum.
Most definitely, Brody. Most definitely. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Shalom. I gave peace and blessings, brother. Hey, humble, I'm finna do the same, man. I'm finna get off.
All right,
Hey,
Brody.
y'all,
Hey,
hey,
listen, you gotta
check
keep
that
in touch,
flyer.
Brody. Listen, you gotta keep in touch because the A1 gonna be hitting you up. We gonna be in the back chats, refining and things of that nature, so we can get everything together.
Con, that sounds like a plan, man.
All
A1 got my number. And you, if you want, you can grab it from A1 as well. But yeah, man, I gotta go
right. Okay.
ahead get to. Yeah, you can get my number from A1 if you want. You can shoot me a text, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hey, you know you lost that other debate, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it easy for the judges. I ain't gonna even have this one be close. This one ain't gonna even be close. I'm gonna show you don't know nothing about Egypt chronology. You don't know nothing about these dates. It's gonna be a slaughter. So hey, bro, I hope you go get in the lab, man. I hope you don't rely on Chat GPT, man. You the king of that shit. That's cold, bro.
He
I hope you
sound
don't.
like king of chat.
They need to sponsor you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You need a
Hey, yo.
sponsorship with them. So
Hey,
yeah, man.
listen,
Hey,
man. You know how
I'm
to
gonna
work
catch
it.
up. I'm gonna catch up with y'all, man. If y'all allowed tomorrow or something, and I pop in. But I'm gonna get up off of here, man. Peace and
All
blessings.
right, Brody. Enjoy your night, Brody.
All right, now
Appreciate
to
you. I
side.
appreciate you.
Yes,
What up? What up? What up? We got Prince Iman in the building. What it do, Prince Iman? Oh, we got Quantum in the building too. What up, Quantum?
Hold on, humble. I gotta leave. I can't hear you. I'm gonna leave and come back real
All
quick.
right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Nah, man, good debate. I really had fun in that debate. And so one thing I could say, like even with this debate, the chronology, I really wanted to get to the meat and potatoes of it, but we know we dealing with the Egyptian chronology as a correct and incorrect. We gonna deal with it. Now, one thing I will say is I am interested in the back chats because this is a little tricky one because we do have a thing called Egyptologists out here, and a lot of their work is incorrect, but that don't mean that it haven't been updated. You know what I'm saying? So then we'll be able to do certain things and they can graft and things of that nature.
Yeah, that was a wonderful.
Yeah, his
debate.
energy, bro. I like his energy, bro. His energy be up the charts. This shit make me go down like, yeah, come on, let's get the ring.
Yeah, we got a lot of nice
Yeah.
debates coming up. Tighten the debate league, lining it up. Man,
I was we was waiting on you, brother Connor.
yeah, man. I'm here getting everything right. Uh with the end of that show, man, I think we need a word from our sponsors
Mm-hmm.
first.
You good, Princey, man?
Hey man, can you hear me? Is he I couldn't hear him if he was talking. We're gonna run this commercial.
Clash of the Titans 1.0. The finals are here. It all comes down to this. Out of 16 debaters, only 2 remain standing. Some fell because they couldn't defend their arguments. Some crashed out because their antics outweighed their intellect. Others simply weren't built for the pressure of the arena. But now, the smoke is cleared. The finals face off. Pandemis, the African atheist versus Suave Boss. Before the final war of words, they meet face to face to choose the topic that will define the championship debate. $500 on the line. One winner, one name etched in Clash of the Titans history. Who has the sharper mind? Who can survive the pressure? Who will rise when the lights are brightest? This is bigger than debate. This is legacy. And for everyone who lost along the way, your chance at redemption comes when Tournament 1.2 launches. But right now, this moment belongs to the finalists. Clash of the Titans 1.0, the face-off. Saturday, May 23rd, prime time. Be there to witness history. Are you not entertained?
We got another one.
What happens when a Christian preacher's son starts asking questions nobody wants answered? What if faith and science were never supposed to be enemies? This isn't another religious book, and it's not another angry attack on belief. This is a wake-up call. The Agnostic Guide to Faith, Science, and Sanity by A1 Richardson takes you on a mind-bending journey through scripture, psychology, science, energy, cause and effect, vibration, polarity, rhythm, and the universal law shaping your everyday life. Why do people sabotage themselves and blame God? Why do we ignore patterns then act shocked by consequences? Why are so many trapped doing what we call crazy work? This book challenges everything you thought you knew about spirituality, reality, and yourself. No fake certainty, no church cliches, no blind obedience. Just raw honesty, deep reflection, and practical wisdom for people caught between the pulpit, the laboratory, and real life. Whether you're deconstructing your faith, spiritually curious, tired of shallow answers, or searching for sanity in a chaotic world, this book was written for you. Read it with an open mind, read it with courage, read it before life forces you to learn the hard way. The Agnostic Guide to Faith, Science, and Sanity. Stop doing crazy work and wake up to the patterns shaping your life now.
Yeah, we're here. Let me see if this other one can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. You about to end the stream?
Yeah. You want me to end this one and start another one?
Yeah, end this one and start another one.
All right, bet. Thank
But
y'all for coming out.
I'll tap in a little bit. I'll tap in on your other stream.
All right, bet. Thank all of y'all for coming out. Stay tuned. We're going live in a minute with a nice show that I think everybody should Check in
Let
with
them see
two.
the background of the next show while you play the outro songs.
Bet. We're gonna find out on the next show what happens when you Google something that isn't on Google. We had this debacle the other day, man, and I think I found some gatekeepers in the community. We're gonna find out though. So y'all stay tuned, and we about to end this with a nice little old jam. You got something you want to hear? A1?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Never, could never, could never, could never go hard or go home when you in this game. Always use your blanket when you switching lanes. Grind and work that 9 to 5 to ease the pain. Chill to turn umbrella when your bills rain. Go hard till you filthy. Get a job, open up a business. Haters gon' watch when you kill shh. Every murder case got a witness. Whole block going through the blues. Coming from the bottom, then you feel it. Being broke, leave a hole in your soul. Put your fists in the air, black folk, if you feel me. See, I came from the bottom, no lights, no gas. You can get robbed, no pipe, no mask. Throw a tea party, don't invite your ass. Now your belly got tissue to wipe your ass. It ain't no love from the government. Every president been on some sucker shit. Young niggas busting shit, no, I'm not loving it. This is the option they stuck me with. Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Hey, it ain't no love for your brother. It ain't no love for your sister. It ain't no love for no junkie. It ain't no love for the pusher. It ain't no love for the honest. It ain't no love for the real. It ain't no love for the loyal. Looking for love, get you killed. Filthy is what you gotta get. You gotta get dirty if you're trying to get rich. It's back to the mud, cause you gotta show love to all of the ones who will never see this. To all the little kids with no Christmas list. No TV, no bed, and no food on they dish. No father around, now they malnourished. That hindering aid coming from the government. You gotta get filthy. Fuck a job, open up a business. Haters gon' watch when you kill shit. Every murder case got a witness. Whole block going through the blues. Coming from the bottom, do you feel it? Cause being broke leave a hole in your soul. Put your fists in the air, black folk, if you feel me. I say I came from the bottom, no lights, no gas. You can get robbed, no pipe, no mask. Throw a tea party, don't invite your ass. Now your belly got tissue to wipe your ass. It ain't no love from the government. Every president been on some sucker shit. Young niggas busting shit, no, I'm not loving it. This is the option they stuck me with. Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? It ain't no love for your brother. It ain't no love for your sister. It ain't no love for no junkie. It ain't no love for the pusher. It ain't no love for the honest. It ain't no love for the real. It ain't no love for the loyal. Looking for love, get you killed. Filthy is what you gotta get. Question. can I ask what we hate each other for? See, I'm just asking, you got that passion to see your sister go. I wanna see that woman stand, you leave her on the floor. Let's try to gain some understanding before you go to war. Your spirit pour deja vu, I've seen this before. Time after time played in my mind, I can't take no more. I did the crime, I did the time, I only bruised my soul. I had to grind, I had to climb, I had to choose my role. Have you been told that I love you lately? Been around those who don't bug you lately. Go around those who don't drive you crazy. You need a hug, my sister. Better hell with that mean mug, my sister. Come on, receive it, don't you shove, don't push me. It might not be about your nookie. And again, it might be about your cooking. Give you some ends, trying to supply some cushion. Discipline without no whooping. Known to show and prove without no woofing. Open your eyes to what you overlooking. Baby, don't that feel nice? Yeah, tell me, show that, don't that feel right? Ever felt what true love feel like? This ain't no pill high. With no shit they growing, no feel high. Keep you grounded, but yet you still fly. See, now I realize you epitomize everything a woman should be. And I pray to God that he working on my third eye, so I see that this world ain't all about you. It ain't all about me, but if you really giving out LOVE, so can I ask what we hate each other for? See, I'm just asking, you got that passion to see your brother go. I wanna see that man stand, you leave him on the floor. Let's try to gain some understanding before we go to war. Your spirit pour deja vu, I've seen this before. Young men are dying, young women dying, I can't take no more. You do the crime, you do the time, you only bruise your soul. You gotta grind, you gotta climb, you gotta choose your road. Have you been told that I love you lately? Go around those who don't bug you lately. Been around those who don't drive you crazy. You need a hug, my brother. Better help with all that hate, my brother. I know you dealt with dudes that's fake, my brother. Understand I can relate, my brother. Only so much you can take, my brother. What I'm trying to say, don't let that hate become you. Don't never break, my brother. Let me carry some of that weight, my brother. Better cleanse your soul for it's too late, my brother. See, now I realize you epitomize everything a brother should be. And I understand that melanin inside you connect you to me. And that sun is where we gon' meet. Like God is how we gon' speak with the same power to build and destroy, but yet unique. See, you get weak and I get weak, and we stay strong together. We keep each other inside that light, cause the darkness harms whoever. And you only create a diamond, keep applying that pressure. My crew knew better, go faster by yourself, but we go farther when we go together. I ask what we hate each other for. See, I'm just asking, we got that passion to see each other go. I wanna see that person stand, you leave them on the floor. Let's try to gain some understanding before you go to war. Your spirit pour deja vu, I've seen this before. Young men are dying, young women dying, I can't take no more. I did the crime, I did the time, I only bruised my soul. I had to grind, I had to climb, I had to choose my road. Have you been told that I love you lately? That I love you lately. Have somebody, I love you lately. Say, I love you lately. Have somebody told you. Yeah. See how that came out.
Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.
Let's pause the noise for a second, because if you're still here right now, you're already different. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone understands real debate, real scholarship, real intellectual smoke. But you do. This is Coliseum of Arguments. This is Titans Debate League. And what happens here doesn't survive on algorithms. It survives on the people who believe in it. When you support through Cash App, you're not just donating. You're fueling the arena. You're the reason we can bring in high-level guests. You're the reason we keep unbiased judges. You're the reason these debates stay sharp, fair, and uncompromised. This platform is built by thinkers, sustained by supporters, protected by the ones who know value when they see it. If this show has ever sharpened your mind, has ever entertained you, or has ever challenged what you thought you knew, then Cash App is how you say, keep this going. Not everyone contributes, but the ones who do, they're part of what makes this real. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League, powered by the people who get it.
My heart is bleeding in a pool of blood, I'm drowning. Yeah. My heart is bleeding in a pool of blood,